Hey everyone, welcome back to Mindful English. I'm Sarah, and I'm sitting here with Liam.
Hey everyone, good to be here.
Liam, today we are going to get very specific.
Specific is good. What are we zooming in on?
We are zooming in on that first hour of the day, the morning routine. But specifically, we are going to look at the phrasal verbs we use to describe it.
Phrasal verbs, the tiny engines of English. They are everywhere in morning conversations. Wake up, get up, head out.
Exactly. And here's why this matters. By the end of this episode, you'll be able to describe your entire morning routine using natural, conversational English. Instead of saying, I make breakfast, you'll say, I whip up breakfast. Instead of, I wash my face, you'll say, I freshen up. These are the phrases that make you sound fluent, not textbook.
Because phrasal verbs are how native speakers actually talk. And when you master the morning ones, you can talk about your day with precision and personality.
So we're walking through a full morning, from the moment your alarm goes off to the moment you head out the door. Let's get started.
Let's start at the very beginning, the moment the silence breaks.
Okay, so 6:30 a.m. My alarm goes off.
Goes off. That's our first one. It's funny because go off usually means to leave, but for an alarm, it means to start making noise. My alarm went off at 6 o'clock, but I ignored it.
Right, and when it goes off, I have a choice. Do I get up immediately, or do I try to sleep in?
Sleep in. That's the dream. It means sleeping later than usual. I love to sleep in on Saturdays. But on a workday, you can't really sleep in, so you have to wake up.
But there is a difference between waking up, opening your eyes, and actually getting up, leaving the bed.
Huge difference. I often wake up at 7 o'clock, but I don't get up until 7:15. I just lie there, gathering courage.
And when you finally do move, you roll out of bed.
Roll out. It implies it's difficult. You aren't jumping. You are slowly moving your body sideways until gravity helps you. I could barely roll out of bed this morning. It was so cold.
Once I'm out of bed, the first thing I do is turn off the alarm. And then, this is a bad habit, I reach for my phone.
Reach for. To stretch your arm to get something. And once you have the phone, do you scroll through social media?
Unfortunately, yes. I scroll through the news. I know it's bad mindfulness, but I do it. I wasted 20 minutes scrolling through Instagram.
We all do. But let's say we want to be better. Instead of scrolling, maybe you turn on some lights to wake up your eyes.
Or put on some music. Put on is used for clothing, but also for music or a kettle.
Speaking of kettles, let's go to the kitchen. This is my favorite part. I head down to the kitchen.
Head down, meaning to go downstairs. And you probably heat up some water?
Yes, I heat up water for coffee. Can you heat up the leftovers? It's a very common phrase.
And if I'm feeling hungry, I might whip up a quick breakfast.
Whip up. I love that one. It means to cook something very quickly and easily. I'll just whip up some eggs. It sounds casual and confident.
And then, the best part. I sit down with my coffee.
Sit down. Simple, but essential. It's the moment of pause. Do you write down anything? Like a to-do list?
Sometimes. I like to write down my 3 main goals for the day. It helps me focus.
After the coffee is gone, or when I've filled up on caffeine, it's time to get ready.
Filled up. That means you've had enough. You're satisfied. I filled up on bread at dinner, so I'm not hungry now.
So you go back upstairs to freshen up.
Freshen up. That covers everything. Brushing teeth, washing face, maybe a shower. It's a polite way to say, clean my body.
And then the closet. Do you pick out your clothes the night before?
Never. I pick out my clothes in the moment. I need to pick out an outfit for the wedding. And usually, I just throw on the first thing I see.
Throw on. It means to dress quickly and casually. You aren't dressing up, wearing formal clothes. You are just throwing on jeans and a t-shirt.
And then the clock is ticking. You realize you are running late.
Running late. Not a phrasal verb, but essential. Sorry, I'm running late. I'll be there in 10 minutes. You have to pack up your bag.
Pack up, putting your laptop, keys, and wallet into the bag. Don't forget to pack up your charger.
And before you leave, do you check the weather or look up directions?
Look up to search for information. I need to look up the address. And yes, I always check the weather before I head out.
And finally, you open the door and
Head out.
head out to leave the house. What time do you usually head out for work? Or, if you are really late, you might rush off.
Rush off, meaning to leave in a hurry. I have to rush off to a meeting. Can we talk later?
We just did it. From the alarm going off to heading out the door, we covered the whole morning routine.
It really shows how physical English is. Roll out, sit down, pick out, head out. It's all about movement and action.
And these aren't just vocabulary words. They're how people actually describe their mornings. If you can use these naturally, you'll sound like you've been speaking English your whole life.
Let's take a breath and review the most useful ones. Because you don't need to memorize everything, but there are a few that are absolute gold for daily conversation. We moved through that routine quickly. Let's try putting all 20 phrasal verbs together into one continuous story. Liam, can you narrate your entire morning routine straight through, from the moment you wake up to the moment you leave? No interruptions.
I can definitely do that. Here we go. When my alarm goes off at 6:30, I always want to sleep in. I wake up, but I don't get up immediately. Instead, I turn off the alarm, reach for my phone, and scroll through the news for a few minutes. Eventually, I roll out of bed. I turn on the lights and put on some quiet music. Then, I head down to the kitchen, where I heat up some water for coffee and whip up a quick breakfast. I sit down at the table and write down my 3 main goals for the day. Once I finish eating, I go back upstairs to freshen up in the bathroom. I quickly pick out my clothes for the day and just throw them on. Finally, I pack up my laptop bag and head out the door to start my day.
That was perfect. You just naturally wove 20 different phrasal verbs into one realistic morning routine, from start to finish.
It really shows how much we rely on these phrases just to describe one single hour of our lives.
Exactly. For everyone listening, try reading Liam's story out loud today. It's the perfect way to get the rhythm of these 20 phrases into your muscle memory. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope this list helps you narrate your morning with a bit more precision and personality.
It's the little details that make you sound fluent. These phrasal verbs are those details.
So here's your challenge for tomorrow morning. As you go through your routine, try to narrate it in your head using these phrasal verbs. My alarm is going off. Time to roll out of bed. I'm going to whip up some breakfast.
And then come back and tell us in the comments. Do you whip up breakfast or do you just grab coffee and rush off?
We genuinely want to know. What does your morning look like? Are you someone who sleeps in on weekends? Do you scroll through your phone before you get up?
And if this episode gave you the exact phrases to describe what you do every single morning, if it made you realize you've been using these phrasal verbs without even knowing their names, share it with a friend who's learning English.
Because these aren't advanced vocabulary. They're everyday English. And that's what makes them so valuable.
Try to use one of these tomorrow morning. As you are leaving, say to yourself, okay, time to head out.
The more you use them, the more automatic they become. And before you know it, you'll be describing your entire day in natural, fluent English.
Have a great start to your day, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Mindful English. I'm Sarah, and I'm sitting here with Liam.
Hey, everyone. Good to be here.
Liam, in a previous episode, we walked through the entire morning routine, right up to the moment we finally left the house.
We did, and it was a great reminder of how physical our language is early in the day. But leaving the house is only the beginning of the story.
Exactly. And here's what we're doing today. We're completing the picture. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to describe your entire day, from the commute to the office, through work tasks, errands, dinner, and finally winding down at night. You'll learn phrases like knuckle down, hammer out, kick back, and wind down.
Because if we want to describe our daily lives naturally, we need the vocabulary for the entire marathon: the commute, the office, the errands, and the evening. Not just textbook English, but the phrases people actually use.
So let's pick up exactly where we left off. You just headed out the door. Let's follow your day all the way to bedtime.
You just grabbed your bag and headed out. You get in your car. Do you go straight to the office?
Not usually. I almost always stop by a local cafe first to get an espresso.
Stop by. That is such a common one. It means to make a short, quick visit somewhere on your way to another destination. I need to stop by the bank before work.
So I get my coffee, drive the rest of the way to work, and pull into the parking lot.
Pull into. We use this specifically for driving vehicles into a space. You pull into a driveway or pull into a parking space. What's the very first thing you do when you walk in the building?
I walk straight to my desk and I clock in.
Clock in. To officially record that you have started working. We still use this phrase all the time, even if everything is digital now. Do you start working immediately after that?
No, I need a few minutes to settle in. I put my bag down, adjust my chair, and take a sip of coffee.
Settle in. To get comfortable in a new space so you are ready to stay there for a while.
Once I'm settled, what's the first task? Usually, I have to catch up on emails from the night before.
Catch up on. This means doing something that you haven't had time to do recently. I spent my Sunday catching up on laundry.
And while I'm doing that, I also look over my schedule for the day.
Look over. To examine or read something quickly. You look over a document or a menu to get the general idea.
Once my inbox is clear, that's when the real work begins. I put on my headphones, ignore distractions, and I really knuckle down.
Knuckle down. I love this one. It means to start working extremely hard and seriously. It creates a picture of rolling up your sleeves and focusing completely.
And usually, I use that focus to hammer out a solution to whatever big problem we are facing that week.
Hammer out. Like a blacksmith hitting metal. It means to reach an agreement or a solution after a lot of hard work or discussion. We need to hammer out the details of this contract.
Then comes the 11 a.m. team meeting. And honestly, sometimes those meetings really drag on.
Drag on. To continue for longer than necessary, usually until you are bored. The speech dragged on for 2 hours.
By the time it's over, I'm tired, but I just have to press on.
Press on. To continue doing something in a determined way, even though it is difficult or tiring. You don't quit, you press on.
And because I want to keep my momentum, I rarely take a long lunch. I usually just scarf down a sandwich at my desk.
Scarf down. This is a very casual, descriptive phrase. It means to eat something extremely quickly and eagerly.
But if I really need a mental break, I might step out for 5 minutes to get some fresh air.
Step out. To leave a room or building for a very short time. He just stepped out of the office. Can I take a message?
Around 5 p.m., my team and I wrap up our final tasks.
Wrap up. To finish or conclude something successfully. Let's wrap up this project by Friday.
After we wrap up, I officially clock out for the day. I am officially off duty.
And then you finally head back home.
head back to return to where you started. But I usually have a few errands first. I might have to drop off a package at the post office.
Drop off. To take someone or something to a specific place and leave them there.
And then I usually pick up some groceries on the way.
Pick up. In this context, it means to buy something casually. Can you pick up some milk?
When I finally get home, the first thing I do is take off my coat and shoes.
Take off. The opposite of put on for clothing.
And then I immediately put away the groceries I just bought.
Put away. To place things in their correct storage location. You put away groceries in the fridge or put away laundry in the closet. Now, what about dinner?
I rarely cook a huge meal on weekdays. I usually just throw together a quick salad.
Throw together. To make something quickly without a lot of planning. I can throw together a sandwich if you're hungry.
Or, if I'm really lazy, I just warm up some leftovers in the microwave.
Warm up. To make something warm again. After you eat, do you clean up right away?
I have to. I hate waking up to a messy house. I take a sponge and wipe down the counters until they are spotless.
Wipe down. To clean a surface by rubbing it with a cloth.
And then we reach the reward phase of the day.
Yes. I walk into the living room and I finally kick back on the sofa.
Kick back. The ultimate relaxation phrase. It means to stop doing things and relax completely, often physically putting your feet up.
But to truly relax, I have to log off from my work email.
Log off. To disconnect from a computer system. It's essential for creating a boundary between work and home.
Sometimes I put on a movie to distract myself.
Put on. We use this for clothes, but also for playing music or a video. Let's put on a jazz record. It just helps me chill out for an hour or two.
Chill out. A very common casual way to say relax or calm down.
But before bed, I turn off the TV and read a physical book. It helps me really wind down.
Wind down. To gradually relax after a period of stress or excitement. You aren't just turning off instantly. You are slowly lowering your energy level.
Around 10:30 p.m., my eyes get heavy, and I decide to turn in.
Turn in. A very cozy, natural alternative to saying go to bed. It's been a long day. I'm going to turn in.
I turn off the lamp, and usually within 5 minutes, I completely doze off.
Doze off. To fall asleep, especially gently or unintentionally. And with that, your day is officially complete.
We just moved through an entire day using natural phrasal verbs. You don't need complicated vocabulary to sound fluent. You just need to know how to connect these physical actions. Let's pick out the ones that will instantly make your English sound more natural, whether you are at the office or relaxing at home.
First, my favorite for when you need to focus at work. Knuckle down.
I have a deadline tomorrow, so I really need to knuckle down. It means to apply yourself seriously to a task.
Next, for solving problems, hammer out.
We stayed in the meeting room until we could hammer out a plan. It means to work hard to reach an agreement.
Then, for the end of the workday, wrap up.
Let's wrap up this meeting so we can all go home. It means to bring something to a conclusion.
Moving into the evening, we have the phrase for pure relaxation, kick back.
It's been a long week. I'm just going to kick back and watch a movie. It is the ultimate weekend or evening energy.
And finally, a crucial concept for resting your mind before sleep. Wind down.
I read a book to help me wind down before sleep. It means to gradually relax.
So, we have knuckle down, hammer out, wrap up, kick back, and wind down.
And if you want the complete list of all the phrasal verbs we covered today, from stop by to doze off, Check the pinned comment below. We've organized them by time of day. Think about the rhythm of your own day. Which phase are you in right now? Are you at work trying to knuckle down, or are you getting ready to kick back?
Here's your challenge. Tomorrow, try to narrate one part of your day using these phrasal verbs. Maybe it's, I need to wrap up this task, or I'm going to kick back tonight.
And then tell us in the comments, which phrase fits your day best? Do you scarf down lunch at your desk? Do you wind down with a book or a movie?
We genuinely want to know what your daily routine looks like. And if this episode helped you put words to what you do every single day, share it with someone who's learning English.
Because these aren't advanced vocabulary. They're everyday English, and that's what makes them so valuable.
See if you can narrate your next step today using one of these phrases. That's the best way to make them stick.
Thanks for joining us as we mapped out the rest of the day. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Right on schedule. All aboard. Off you go.